What is going on, the Catch fam? Hope everyone is doing phenomenal tonight on this beautiful Wednesday. You guys already know what time it is, baby. Another live, way too early. I don't even know if it's way too early at this point, but another 2022 fantasy football mock draft with you guys, with the Catch family. Super stoked to get into this one. We got Steven in the house. What's going on, man? What's going on?
Baby, we're past the way too early. We're in the hot and sweaty stage, man. We are out of the draft now. We're cooking with gas. Man, I got my haircut, bro. I got the fantasy haircut, man. Shaved head, looking like a wacko, man. I'm pumped, man. I might need to start investing into the hats even more than I already was, dude, because I'm not liking it. Too much forehead. I'm just getting
Is that
ready for Spencer and the crew to get the flames shooting my direction.
a shaved head you got there?
It is, man. It is. I
For
said
you,
I
I
wanted
guess.
it to. I wanted it to get short, man. I knew I was heading to warmer weather down in the Florida, and
So
so
you
I.
are that's your vacation room, your vacation
It is.
office.
It is. This. I really like these things. You ever go to those places and they have the things that basically put the TV in it? It's like a TV holder. Well,
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I don't know the technical term for it, but I think they're very classy. I put a lot of class and prestige on this thing behind me here, so I like it. It's a nice establishment where we're at, and I put a lot of respect on it.
Beautiful. So Steven's out here vacationing, still making it to our annual Wednesday mock draft. So you guys know, give Steven a shout out for that Florida quality he's bringing us tonight. Yeah, so the draft is complete. We've had almost a week to let that saturate and mature. Not really a ton of NFL news out this week, other than Ryan Tannehill made
Dude,
the
what a
one
jerk,
comment.
man! What a
Oh my
jerk!
gosh, I don't think that's even
Oh, you
news.
don't blame him.
I mean, I don't care.
Nobody
Like,
in the league, I feel like, is defending him, and
yeah, I
maybe that's
don't.
because nobody in the league likes Ryan Tannehill. But I
I
feel
just
like
like.
he
I feel like so many QBs have done this before that I just don't care.
I do think it's a little bit unfair because, like, yeah, Tannehill had a not the best playoff performance against a team that went all the way to the conference championship, but
Yeah,
Tannehill like was the 2 to 3 years prior to that season. I thought he really played well,
of course.
and it's
Yeah.
not like he's in like a pass happy offense either. Um, and so
By the way,
they bring him.
just set the draft order. Sorry, Steven. Go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. But yeah, dude, I was surprised by the draft, the fact that Malik Willis dropped all the way to the third round. That
Yeah.
was
So
crazy. That was
I
bizarre.
streamed I streamed Friday night during the end of the second round through the third round, and that was like I just kept saying all night, like I'm just gonna like stream
Where the
until
hell is he?
Malik. I just want to see Malik Willis where he goes, and just kept going and going and going. I will say this much though, it feels like every QB who comes out and makes a comment like that, their predecessor does really well, or
Yeah,
well in general. I mean, like Lamar Jackson and Flacco, Rodgers and Favre. I mean, Jimmy
yeah.
G at least went to a Super Bowl with the Niners after he was exiled by Tom Brady out of the Patriots. So, uh, I mean, I guess Rodgers kind of ended up doing the same thing to Jordan Love, but not really. I mean, I feel like Rodgers had never said anything publicly like about Jordan Love. Like he just calls him J Lo.
I
But
think he
I
just kind
think
of never really. But that's the difference, right? A Rod wasn't threatened because he just was
yeah,
like, this guy's not going to do anything.
it
And then
was more
Ryan
the
Tannehill,
media. Yeah.
Tannehill's threatened, man, because he sees Malik Willis. He's a special kid,
Well,
and yeah, we'll see if he makes it. But I think Tannehill's a little threatened.
I also I don't know if you saw the other news about Ryan Tannehill, where he said he after the playoff loss, like he was getting
Yeah,
like
therapy.
well, yeah, he's getting like death threats and like people were like
Give
coming
me a
after his
break, bro.
family and like
Give me a break.
whoa, dude, that's serious, dude. That's like
No,
it's like
no. I'm just
his
saying. Do you
fan
remember what
base.
happened to Tony Romo?
Yeah, but like it's much more intense now with like social media and
Yeah,
like and Twitter and everything. And so I mean, like I don't know. I thought that was pretty crazy too at the same time. And it's just like one of those weeks in the offseason where the only thing we have to talk about is Ryan Tannehill and Malik. Like one comment he made about Malik Willis and what he did in the offseason. It's like
I like how
uh,
I like how you were like saying like this like comment about like defending him, and then Justin comes in, he's like he threw 3 picks in that loss.
well, yeah, he had a really bad game.
Yeah,
Really
he didn't have a good game, but no, I mean I think I've like it just kind of I am a little bit desensitized to like the way people treat like those NFL players now, even or any player because of
I
like
get
the
what you're saying.
NBA. The NBA it happens like 24/7, like the type of shit that they did to Russell Westbrook in Utah,
Sure, yeah,
and like all like those guys get it really bad.
that's
There's
fair.
race elements of it too with the
Yeah,
NBA, but fans are pretty brutal, man. They,
yeah,
and when people can use social media to just kind of attack people and not have any ramifications, I mean, it's expected, but I'll say that I think Tannehill's a good player. I think the Titans really took a major downgrade though because of AJ Brown. I get you got Bobby Trees, but I'm glad that as a Colts fan that we got that Titans team is kind of the only competitor.
sure. All right, it's Crips in the building. What's up, baby? This is a sleeper mock draft. What's going on, bro? Good to see you. Justin, what up? What up? Derek, what's up, baby? What's up? Spoke of the Cat. What's going on? Ronald, what up, people? What? Steven is here with yet another hairstyle. He is. Jason, what's going on? Jason G, good to see you, bro. Good to have you here, man. What's going on? What's going on? Appreciate you guys being here. You guys know what to do. Hit that like button, hop in the live chat. Let us know what's popping. Let us know how everyone's doing. And let me know in the chat. Give me a thumbs up if you guys are ready to go. I see a couple green dots in the building. Let me know so I can get a head count here. We'll probably try to kick off between 8:15 and 8:20 at the latest. I was going to say, oh, yeah, I'm interested to get, Stephen, throughout the night.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on the draft. We'll kind of dissect it. I've been putting together some post-draft content. I don't know how to explain this, right? Like going into
I was actually this is the first draft I'm really going to be going in after these rookies too, so I'm excited for that.
So like for me, I always have like trouble like really like wrapping my head around like prospects going into the draft. But as soon as they're on an NFL team, I can like fully wrap my brain like around how
it becomes clear.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so like I'm ready to go now, and like I feel like I know so much more about all these rookies. But like 2 weeks ago, like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like I'm not good at like the college to NFL transition, or at least the pre part. But the post part, I like it. It makes sense to me. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm with you, man. There's a lot of I want to come out. Go ahead. I'm going to be coming out of some of these.
No, yeah, I was going to say, I think
rookie receivers for sure.
Yeah, I just think it matters a lot about now you can see the fit of some of these teams. And I mean, there's guys like Algier who went to the Falcons in the 5th round who I loved at a BYU. And I think, what we're seeing is rookies, running backs, rookie receivers, guys that we really liked. We didn't know where they were going to go, for instance, like Drake London. He's got a ton of opportunity at Atlanta. But he's got Marcus Mariota throwing the football until Desmond Ridder takes over. Meanwhile, in the Jets facility, you got Garrett Wilson, who I think coming into the draft maybe had the highest fantasy upside. But, as much as I toot my horn for my boy Zach Wilson, I don't know if I'm really going out and getting him, right? But you got Chris Olave with the Saints. I mean, I love him as a prospect pairing up with Mr. Jameis Winston himself because Chris is smooth, he's fast, and he's a good deep route runner, which is what's going to fit with Jameis because you got Michael Thomas to really get everything in between that.
Yeah, we'll get into tonight. There's a lot of these receivers who I 1000% think are worth drafting. It's been interesting to see them kind of transition into mock drafts as well. And I think I want to put together like a 4-round rookie mock draft for the week as well. So I'm thinking about doing that as well. Just one QB, one receiver, one running back, one tight end.
I'll tell you this: when I did that, the pre-draft rookie mock draft, that was hard.
That was
really
easier now.
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. But
you
dude,
know,
that was brutal. That was like
yeah,
really that was a I give credit to all those content makers out there that do that in a pretty high clip because
sure,
I think it's a really good way to like know these prospects because past 4 or 5 rounds, I mean it's pretty crazy because you're talking about if you're doing a 12 man draft, I mean it's like 60 heads that you're just rolling through. So it's
yeah.
like it moves pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's why I just want to do four, like one QB,
Yeah.
one running back, one receiver, and a tight end, or even just a flex spot that could include a tight end if you want. Because
Bro, I tell you what, man, and I'm sure you've talked about it, but Kenny Pickett with the Steelers and that offense that they've got there, and kind of, I think the opportunity that's going to emerge for him. I mean, I don't think Trubisky's going to keep that job for too long, man.
sure,
I think Kenny Pickett could be a nice quarterback in that system
oh yeah, I mean he's
from a
got to
real
be the
football perspective, but also, yeah,
yeah he's easily the QB1 right now coming out of that the class in terms of speculation. I think Matt Corral probably has the next best chance to become a starter as well. Um, Wait, Matt Corral's on the Panthers, right? Yes. Okay. I
yeah,
keep getting
I
Sam
agree.
Howell and Matt Corral like backwards for
Sam
some
Darnold
reason.
as competition isn't too hard.
Yeah. All right. Let's
Yeah,
see. Let's see.
Sam Darnold isn't too hard.
All right. Ronald, I can't kick anyone out. I can only like they can back out, but I can't kick them out, unfortunately. Jerry, what's up, baby? What's going on? Ronald, no one understands college NFL. That's why there's so many first round busts. That makes me feel better, Ronald. Pray, what's up, bro? Kyle, it's good to see you, bro. Let's go Miami Heat. Let's go Florida Panthers. Good to see you guys. Rub one out. Okay, hugs and kisses. Love you, bro. Yeah, good to see you, man. All right, boys and girls. If you guys are ready, let's go ahead and get this going. If anyone's late, they're just going to get a CPU pick. And so hop on Sleeper, get your fingers ready. I'll give you guys about another minute here. Then we'll get going. We'll get going. So uh, fingers, mouse, phone ready, whatever you guys need. And if you guys are a couple minutes late here, then you'll just get CPU picks until you hop in. You guys know the drill. So Jerry says, let's start this. Come on, enough flapping your gums. Emil, good evening, guys. What's going on? What's going on? John, can you start posting the draft link on the community section if those aren't on Discord? I can. I had stopped doing that because we were getting like bots and like really random people in here, but I can do that for you for sure. Spooky, amazing GIF on the sleeper chat. It is nice. I like that you add one of those in there for us almost every single week. All right, we're starting. Whether you're ready or not, here we go. Turn that noise off. All right. Steven
JT,
at pick 3.
I know. Yeah, there goes JT. I still feel like I still got my guy here in the first round that I'd want to get, even though it's a little early. I think this is going to become my consensus number one pick this year. Saw a workout tape of him recently, Mr. Cooper Kupp.
Mr. Cooper Kupp at 3.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. Let's see here, actually. I don't know if I'm going to have the bones for that, though, dude. Now that I think about it more, that's a little early.
I don't think Kupp at 3 is early. Mr. Sarcastic, not in here yet, so we'll give him a CPU. Ooh, gave him Adams. Unless he had a Q there. Maybe he did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Raiders fan.
I did one or two mock drafts through Yahoo, did one on ESPN, done plenty on Underdog, or, those are actual drafts. And like Kupp, for example, and a lot of other ADPs out there goes much closer to 2 or 3. There's a lot of different rankings. So I think we're just so used to sleeper rankings that it's hard to wrap our heads around other ADPs that exist out there as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. Emil, come join us on Discord. Yeah, I agree. Discord's where it's at. Justin says chalk. Easy pick, easy first pick.
Yeah, it's pretty chalky right now.
Yeah. Jerry, that's very true. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, would you be Would you be surprised if Jamar Chase was the first receiver off the board, though? I get you're talking about all the different ADPs and everything. Would you be surprised if in any sort of, I mean, I guess like in your casual leagues, maybe Jamar Chase might go, but I think it's really kind of got to be either Devontae or Cooper. I think Justin Jefferson deserves to be in that category, but I
He
don't
does.
even think Adam deserves to be at number 1A. I don't think he deserves to be there. I think it's like Coop, and then I think there's kind of a tier break.
I would say Cup and JJ,
Yeah,
then
JJ is gonna be a
probably
beast.
Chase and Adams are probably right there. And I mean, Debo's really dropped off.
Yeah,
Then
he
I
has.
would probably put Diggs right there. And I still don't mind Tyreek Hill either. But Debo is just a huge question mark at this point in the offseason.
Yeah,
And then I think there's a big tier break. But really, the first two tiers are, I would still put Cup and Jefferson in the same tier. And I'll still put Adams in that first tier, those three guys, in my personal opinion.
do you feel like we're kind of like maybe putting too much on Jamar Chase to repeat?
No, but I don't expect like extreme consistency out of Chase next season. Like, I mean,
Because
he
like,
had a very consistent start to the season, and really overall, it was not an inconsistent season. The last like he had some down performances. Pat Surtain really played well against him in week
yeah,
15. Denver played well in week 15 in general.
yeah, they
Uh,
strapped.
and then like week 17, I mean, you go from 55 points to week 18 where he had under 5 points. So like in that sense, because week 17, like you're heading to the fantasy championship with 55 points from Jamar Chase, and the next week in the fantasy championship he gets you 5 points. Uh,
Yeah,
so or was it the opposite? Would the I guess the fantasy championship was week 17. But
yeah,
anyway,
and well, some people go all the way through,
yeah.
which
So
was
that's true. That's true.
yeah,
And regardless, the point remains the same that you went from 55 points to under 5 points. So,
ooh,
uh,
Jake Connor in the building.
yeah, Connor and Fournette's ADP are absolutely flying up, and that's another.
Yeah,
Those are two players on different sites that are much higher in ADP overall, and they should be. I've been saying this all off season. I still don't get it, but it's all good. I think
Fournasty's going to be an animal next year. Especially,
yeah,
I thought the Bucks were going to invest some capital into the running back position at a high level. Like I thought they were going to go early on a running back.
they
I
got a
thought
line
Brees Hall
back.
was in the cards.
I mean, he fell back pretty far. They probably could have taken him.
Yeah,
Uh, Jerry, I've been following this YouTube channel, and they recently made a Discord page a few weeks ago. It's really dead. Well, that does happen. Our Discord's is pretty popping overall for a Discord channel. Sarah, what's going on? Hope you're doing great tonight. Thanks for stopping by. Where do y'all put CeeDee Lamb at in the fantasy world? We're just talking about wide receiver tiers. I probably got him in the third tier, right at the top, right around where Debo's going, AJ Brown, CeeDee
I would
Lamb,
take him before AJ.
Keenan Allen, Mike Evans. Yeah, I like CeeDee Lamb a lot. We've liked him a lot throughout the offseason in terms of someone who's going to be projected to have a lot of consistency next season. So
Mm.
definitely in the top 12 receivers going or here in the offseason for sure. Um, yeah, I think we like, with Cooper out of the picture, I think CeeDee Lamb's going to be able to garner a ton of targets and really be a nice PPR option in 2022 for sure. And it's a pass heavy offense as well, even though
Do,
Zeke's there and Pollard's there.
do you think that the trade was a dramatic shift for AJ Brown?
No,
For me, I like am real hands off on him now. Not that I ever
really,
was really about him, but I think that the situation in Tennessee kind of prompted everything he needed. It was just he
yeah.
was always hurt, and that's why he wasn't consistent. Now he's going to a team where there's a little bit less consistency at the quarterback position, and he's still going to have injury stuff. And I'm also worried about Gooder a little bit too. But overall, man, this offense is going to be in high gear next year. I really like what the Eagles are doing as a team.
For me, like, don't get me wrong, like, I mean, the Titans are a run first offense. They play off the play action very well. But the Eagles are still a run first offense. But at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
I don't really view AJ Brown any differently at all. Like I don't think he went down in draft value, and I don't think he went
That's
up.
fair.
Yeah, I to me he's still AJ Brown, and the main reason is because he's not consistent. Like he just hasn't changed for me at all. But I still like him. Like at least we know where he's going to play next season. You know.
I love Ronald. Ronald getting feisty, man. Hey, dude, Ronald. I think you guys are going to win the division this year. I think you guys are going to get real dirty this year in terms of the division. I think Dallas is going to really have their hands worked out for them. It's going to be tough for the Dallas Cowboys to really stay as relevant as they were last year.
Okay, Ronald, very angry with my comment.
Let's see here.
I'm just going off the fact that they had the most rushing yards in the league last season. So going off of that is all I was saying. Jerry, it definitely makes a difference when the host or whatever you want to call them are active on the pages. I try to be. Jerry, I did something nice for you in the first round. Hoping you return the favor in the second. I hope I did. I mean, you got your tight end, man. Kelsey and Andrews both off the board. And Steven goes
Jerry's team is stacked right now.
Cup and Kelsey.
Jerry's team is stacked.
I think Mark Andrews obviously a winner from the draft. Oh
my gosh, bro. Him and Bateman are going to be looking nice. But, dude, Andrew's going to kill it.
Yeah. Bateman at the moment is a clear-cut wide receiver one. Sarah says, I disagree. Cowboys will own the NFC East. It's going to be between those two teams, I think, personally. Guys, make sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Make sure if you're new to the channel, you hit that subscribe button. Come join the Catch family. I don't see Washington.
I love Sarah coming in here, repping the Cowboys still.
Saying it's going to be hard for my Cowboys, yeah. Dude, my phone is spazzing out. All right, Mr. Sarcastic, we'll do a CPU pick so it doesn't go to auto. Debo finally off the board. I think that's kind of appropriate, 211 there. Yeah. Jerry, how do you guys feel about drafting Debo?
Jerry just asked, how do you guys feel? Yeah.
Does it matter what team he lands on? Yes, it absolutely does. I just don't know what he's going to look like in a different offense. I don't know. I'm a little worried about Debo if he moves teams. If he sticks with the Niners, then his draft value goes back up to where it was earlier in the offseason. But he might just hold out the whole year. Like, this is a bad situation. And the best team for him to be on is the Niners because if he's with the Niners, he's a heartbeat of that offense, right? Like, Shanahan is going to deploy him in a crazy fashion like we saw last season. Like, if he goes to the Patriots, for example, like, I don't know what to expect from that. If he goes to the Ravens, like,
nothing.
I just don't know. And really, when you look at the stats, like, yeah, he had a great rookie year, but last season was the only year where he really, don't get me wrong, he was hurt 2020, but like last season was the only season that's done anything to really garner him getting, being one of the highest paid receivers in the league. So it's a messy situation. Yeah. All right. So Keenan Allen off the board and Kyle Pitts off the board here. I'm just glad the Eagles got AJ, not Debo, says Ronald. Yeah, I'm with you there, bro. I think that's a little bit better overall for your team as well. So Justin taking Allen and Kyle Pitts off the board. Steven must be a few seconds behind John's mic. It's that Virginia to Florida connection.
Yeah, I know. My internet's a little slow today.
Oh. Am I like laggy for you?
At certain points it's like worse than others, but it's because I don't know why, but the internet connection here today, it's been like perfect every day, and then today it's just been a little off.
They're trying to sabotage our draft, bro. All right, let's see. I don't even know who's available.
I'm not gonna let them stop me, bro. I got George Kittle and CeeDee Lamb.
We had a crazy second round. You guys destroyed the running back position. Holy cannoli, Batman. Would you even bother drafting Hawkins for the right price? Yeah, like he's still very high up in rankings, but for the right price, I would, especially if he appeals this and gets it down to 4 games. But like ultimately, with his production, missing 6 games is not that bad. Like when you look at what he did last season, he missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. He played like 3 games hurt, and he still had 572 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns. So, yeah, at the right price, I would absolutely draft him, without a doubt.
I think Hopkins is going to be dirty next year when he gets there, but I like Hollywood Brown a lot right now.
Hollywood season.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about Hollywood.
Yeah, for sure. Spencer, or excuse me, Justin says 8th round. Ronald says I'll pick one. At pick 100, I'll take Hopkins. Fair enough. All right, I guess I gotta go running back here. I'm gonna take Zeke off the board. Shout out to my dude Zeke. Florida man Steven. Florida man Steven. There he is. Sarah, they picked up James Washington. I like him. I think Dallas will use him in passing game more than Steelers did. Yeah, I like James Washington a lot, and I like him as an addition to that team as well. I think Gallup will step up, but then Washington kind of replaces like what not just Gallup was kind of doing, but also what Wilson was doing as well, right? So they lose 2 receivers in the offseason, and I think that Washington fits in very nicely as well.
I like Washington in college.
Yeah, he's a good receiver. He's always good with the Steelers. He just had a lot of other receivers in front of him, you know?
Yeah, I don't know what Tomlin's beef with him was. He like never put him in the lineup, and I mean that's why Washington was asking for a trade. I feel like basically his whole time in career with Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Well, how do I join y'all's mock draft? Discord is the best way to get the invite. We always post it on there before we post it anywhere else. Discord link is in the description down below. Completely free to join the Discord page. Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Hit that like button, everybody. Let's try and get as many likes on tonight's stream as possible. And of course, if you guys are new to the channel, we do appreciate you guys. Hit that subscribe button. Come join the Catch fam. Getting closer and closer to 1,000 subs every day. Jerry, I think Jones is going to have a better season than Elliott. Am I crazy? No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Jerry's team is stacked right now. Like, I just can't get over his team right now.
Well, I think that the difference is Zeke will be a little bit more consistent, probably more consistent double-digit days, but they'll be closer to like 12 to 15 points, where Jones will have, some weeks where he has like 5 points. Yeah, and then he'll have weeks where he has like 30 points. But he's going to have weeks where A.J. Dillon really, gets in the mix. But don't get me wrong, Zeke's going to have weeks where Pollard gets into the mix. So it's 2 very different running backs. But I don't think it's crazy to say that Jones might have a better year. But really, when you look at both these guys, right, PPR format, Aaron Jones, number 10 last season, then Zeke, number 7. So, I mean, they're both top 10 running backs last season.
John, what was that game that Aaron Jones gave you like a 0.5 points less than what you needed?
It was week 2. Yeah, I needed like half a point. He had 41.5 points. And it was an almost impossible comeback I made. That was in my 20-man league. Yeah, thanks for the reminder. Breece Hall, the first rookie off the board to Derek here in the 3rd round.
That's a good pick. Well, okay, let's talk about that a little bit then for Michael Carter, because I remember we talked about Kenneth Walker versus Breece Hall in this running back combo. I actually really like Breece Hall here, but I also think that Kenneth Walker is going to see less competition.
So, okay, I've been talking about this in some of the recent videos and streams, right? That goes Hollywood Brown in the beginning of the 4th round. Okay. I think Kenneth Walker will have a really good shot to start because Rashad Penny and Chris Carson have a very strong history of injury, and Seattle's going to run the football. Ooh, Treylon Burks off the board in the 4th round at Derek. Derek likes some rookies, but getting back to the Seahawks situation, I love Drew Lock, but he's not going to get it done at the end of the day from the QB position. So the Seahawks are going to be forced to run the football.
Can't believe you said it, man. I can't believe you said that.
I mean, realistically, right? Don't tell him I said it, but
so, I'll never say it. I'll never say it to him.
I think that Walker, between the injuries between both backs, the system, and who their current QB is, he probably has as good of a shot to become RB1 out of all the rookies in any situations they're in right now. But I do think that Breece Hall is just talent. Okay, this is how I look at Breece Hall, right? This is the comparison I've been making. It's a little bit skewed, but very similar to, in terms of the split I think we're going to see throughout the year and the progress.
Are you going to say Javonte?
Yeah, Javonte and Melvin Gordon. Because in the beginning of the year, they deploy Michael Carter more, and they slowly work Breece Hall in, and they're just going to see those flashes here and there. The first half of the season, and towards the end of the season, they're going to give him the rock far more. And by the end of the season, we'll probably have a 50-50, 60-40 split. But Breece Hall is going to have some very good games this season as well. So, wow, I need to pick a player off.
It's tough because if this team hadn't went out and drafted Michael Carter, I would have maybe thought differently. But they did, like Salah and all those guys got him. So I would have felt like maybe they're just moving off of him. But I don't think they are. I think they are going to try to use both these guys. And Salah also again comes from that's a Shanahan system, which usually has a lot of running backs. So I think you're probably right, man. Like, I think they do probably deploy multiple backs. And, really, if Zach Wilson fails, I don't think he deserves another chance because this offense is loaded. It's loaded, man. Like, you put this team with Baker Mayfield. Actually, I can't really say that because he had the Browns and they also sucked. No, the Browns didn't suck. They were a competitive team. But my point is this should be a winning ball club next year. And another team in the division that I wanted to talk about a little bit today, the New England Patriots. I have a feeling you're going to try to bring up guys that are deep draft people. That's not really what I'm asking.
Okay.
After that draft, I don't want any piece of that offense next year.
I still believe in Hunter Henry as a red zone target that has a lot of chemistry with Mac Jones.
Okay.
I'll still take Kendrick Bourne where you can draft him because it's very, very late. I think he's good value. Outside of that, I agree with you. I'm very worried about the running back situation. We were already starting to get more worried with, James White being back and healthy. And they complicated that even further. And, Parker, the trade made things a little bit, more complicated. The receiver position, then they go out and they trade up for the fastest receiver in the draft, who I don't think they
that was bizarre, dude.
I don't want to say I want nothing to do with that team, but there's only two players I go out and draft, but I do think they're going to be a team. It's going to be very sporadic from a fantasy standpoint throughout the season. Like, you're going to have weeks where Damian Harris plays really well, weeks where Ramondre Stevenson plays very well, weeks where it's completely frustrating and players who nobody owns play very well. And then you go out and get them on the waiver wire, then they play really bad. It's probably going to be a headache of a fantasy team. So in some sense, I agree with you, and I think it's perfectly okay to just X them off your board. But I would say Hunter Henry is still a late round tight end that I have a love affair with for sure.
I just don't understand what the Patriots did this entire draft, and they go out and
they did the Patriots draft
position. It just makes no sense, dude. And I was listening to Bill Simmons this week, and he was just it was Pete Schrager and Bill Simmons, and they were talking about how this is the 10th year in a row Bill Belichick has just absolutely failed as a drafter. And it's just
he does his thing, man.
This is starting to really be a tarnishment on his legacy because I don't think the Pats are in a position to win. I don't think they make the playoffs next year outside of a real rejuvenation to this offense that wasn't really there last year. I thought that the defense carried it at times, and Mac Jones was not enough. He basically was just a game manager, and we need to see more.
Sure.
And they go out and draft. I'm forgetting his name right now. It's gonna really piss me off. They go out and draft the quarterback that's an absolute gunslinger. This kid, I get it. He's going to be a backup, but this kid's a beast, bro. This kid's a beast. He can sling
No,
it.
nobody's taking Mac and Cheese's job, bro. He's the future.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Anthony, I have the best team. What do y'all think of my team so far? JJ and Tyreek Hill, a very, very lethal combination at the receiver position. I mean, JJ's just going to give you extreme consistency on a weekly basis, and then Tyreek Hill, extreme upside on a weekly basis. So really a beautiful pairing. Patty Mahomes, I think, is going to be perfectly fine. Add some nice receivers in the draft. At least the Chiefs went out and signed MBS and Juju and got him some help. He still got Travis Kelce, Ronald Jones, CH, and Williams still in that backfield. It's Andy Reid's the head coach. He's going to have a fine fantasy season. I don't mind Antonio Gibson, but I view him as an RB2, RB3 for a fantasy roster right now. So I would say running back's your biggest concern at this point in the draft. And I am a little worried with, there's a lot of buzz about the rookie they went out and drafted. With already having McKissick and Patterson in that running back room as well. So there are fantasy analysts, people in the fantasy community who are starting to worry about Antonio Gibson. So I would keep that on your radar as well. But I think, your team looks good. It's definitely a good start as well. So Justin, I think John's got the best RB room. I do have a couple running backs today, don't I? Kelvion, wanted David. Shake my head. I think okay. Jerry stole him from you. Good old Monty. So yeah, it's been an exciting draft as Kenneth Walker comes off the board here. Steven, who's your wide receiver one now? Because I've got Treylon Burks, and I think most people do, but Drake London's been in the conversation too. And then I've really only seen Burks or London as like the solidified wide receiver one in a lot of people's minds, but you could really argue for a lot of other players as well.
I think it's probably Burks at 1 because you just automatically bake in that he's going to take over that AJ Brown role. Yep. But I was thinking about something today. I think this guy might be a running back a little bit too at certain times. They might get frisky, Mike Vrabel, with giving the ball to this guy out of the backfield as well, because he's built like a back, and he did some stuff in college like that too. I think they're going to try to get a lot of usage out of this kid because he is a hell of an athlete.
You're on the clock.
They went out and drafted that. No, I know they went out and drafted a running back as well from Michigan, who I liked as well. He was a tough back. Rich Eisen was like obsessed with him. He was a really good back. He just like kind of didn't have the explosiveness that he wanted. But I think Tennessee's going to have some skill guys, but it's really all going to funnel through Burks, I think, which is going to be huge for his output. Chris Olave, I'd probably put at 2 or 3.
Okay. I do think that Robert Woods is still going to garner a lot of targets in that offense, but I think that helps Treylon Burks because then, Woods can play like a wide receiver one, which he's definitely capable of doing, and Burks can get some of those more explosive plays, a little bit less defensive pressure at times as well. So I do think that helps Treylon Burks. But really, when you look at the Titans overall, like that's it, man. I mean, they add Austin Hooper. I'm not crazy about him taking away a ton of fantasy value. Henry's not getting it done out of the, in terms of receiving back work, like he's not taking away a lot of touches at all, if any. So I like Burks as number 1, and I think it's fine to have Olave as number 2. I mean, the Saints obviously loved him. They went up and traded a lot for him and wanted him as their guy.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
And it's like Jameis can throw the football. He can throw a lot of interceptions, but he can still throw the football. And Michael Thomas expected to come back fully healthy, So I think that helps Olave once again be able to not have all the defensive pressure against him like a Drake London probably will, although Kyle Pitts is on that team, at the receiver position. I mean, London is the only person on the Falcons. So in terms of like later round guys, though, there's some later round receivers that I really like in terms of fantasy draft, rookie receivers you can draft a little bit later that I'm pretty high on too, as James Cook also taken here in the 5th round. I love to see where some of these rookies are landing as we're doing a full mock draft with you guys with you guys.
Crazy, man.
And James
For
Cook,
Singletary.
yeah, James Cook
He's
getting a
good.
lot of buzz. Yeah,
He's good,
I put
man. But
him.
I'm staying away from that backfield next year. I tell you that.
Fair enough. I did a rookie draft not really rookie draft, but like a top 15 rookie stream. And I put, just for the sake of argument, I put Cook before Walker, just for the sake of argument.
What?
And yeah.
What?
Well, like I said, for the sake of argument, I'm going to take Jalen Waddle off the board here.
I like that pick a lot there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I struggled between McLaurin and Waddle. Let's give a quick breakdown on that. Waddle or McLaurin? Who do you have more conviction in having? I think they're going to be pretty similar next year, to be honest, when all is said and done.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's tough because I feel like I have like a stronger love for Terry McLaurin, but I've got like a recent crush on Waddle, and I don't know who to really side with this upcoming season.
I think McLaurin's going to have a good year, and I think the addition of Dotson to that offense will actually help McLaurin not have all the defensive pressure from the secondary on him once again. So I put them pretty equal. I would probably take McLaurin because I think he'll get wide receiver 1 like targets. With Waddle, the Dolphins have a little bit more wealth to distribute. I mean, obviously Tyreek Hill, but Mike Gesicki is going to be involved as well. Then I personally really think Ced Wilson's going to be able to step up and make some plays on that team. Also, obviously Devontae Parker's out of the picture, but I also, I love my guy Tua time, but I think Carson Wentz, you could actually argue, might be able to provide more targets for Scary Terry than Tua will for Waddle. But obviously Tua and Waddle have a really nice chemistry that shined through last season. So you can certainly argue against that. But I'll say Scary Terry just by a hair. But like if I end up with Waddle like I did in this mock draft, I'm not sad about it whatsoever at all.
Carson, Ronald hits it kind of right in the head about the big body tight ends with Carson Wentz. He does like those kind of targets. He's kind of feasted on them his whole career. But I do think we're going to see Terry McLaurin have some of his best opportunity this year because of Carson Wentz. I think what Carson Wentz is going to do is he's going to push the ball down the field. And for better or worse, right? I mean, he'll make some great plays and he'll make 10 times more worse plays for the team. But I do think it gives your skill guys a lot of opportunity. And I think a guy like Terry McLaurin, who can definitely get deep on a guy, same with Jahan Dotson, who can also get deep on someone. I think those guys are really going to feast with a guy like Carson Wentz for sure.
Yeah. It is kind of crazy, but Carson Wentz does provide some fantasy value for wide receivers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cooper's wide receiver 1, 120 to 140 target potential, right as Smokey. The cat. I think it depends
on being healthy.
Well, that's fair, but if and when Watson is going to play,
you don't believe in Jacoby Brissett?
I mean, I like the brisket. Don't get me wrong. But if Watson is going to play a full season, not serve any suspension, then yes, absolutely, the Browns are going to throw the football a ton, and Cooper's going to be in that mix without a doubt. But if he doesn't, then I think you're going to have a little bit of a lag with the guy like Jacoby Brissett being the QB1, who Brissett's a good QB, a great backup QB. But yeah, I mean, he's the wide receiver 1 on that offense without a doubt. If that's the question you're asking, for sure. I mean, they went out and drafted, I already forgot his name. What's his name? Who's the receiver they drafted? Hold on, I'll tell you in just a second. David Bell. And he's a good prospect out of Purdue as well. So
he had a really bad offseason, but yeah, he's a really good prospect out of Purdue, but he shit bad this offseason.
Cooper's still obviously the wide receiver 1.
Yeah. Though. Dude, I like Donovan Peoples-Jones, man.
I know you do. I mean, they've got
Donovan
2.
Peoples-Jones.
Wait, who's the other receiver?
Anthony Schwartz, right?
Yeah, and then Jakeem Grant's like they just got like these
Oh,
super
what?
speed guys.
Jakeem Grant, bro?
Yeah, he's on
He's
that team
dirty
now.
in Madden, bro.
He's
He's so
very
dirty.
fast and Madden. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dirty in Madden.
Ron, I think DPJ
Oh,
will fall
dude,
up
don't
to.
be talking down on DPJ, bro. He's my
I
man.
kind of I don't necessarily disagree. Ooh, Mike Williams, a nice pick. Nice pick, man. I was kind of
That's a good
eyeing
pick.
him there. Ooh.
John, I don't want this to distract from your pick, but I am gonna ask you in like a casual league or in like a real draft, right? Where you're not just doing like simulations, like where are you taking Cordero Patterson? After how
Um,
this draft laid out with Mike Davis being gone, they did get Tyler Algier in the 5th round, who I like a lot, but that was late, right? So
yeah, it was late.
where do you think Cordero Patterson is now for you? Where you just have to take him?
I like Patterson as a RB1. I've liked him all off season.
So you would take him like top 5 rounds? Would you not let him pass there? Or are you comfortable trying to let him slide? Because I just think my point is that we saw how much upside this guy has. So at what point do you just have to bite and you just can't let him go anymore?
Yeah, it just depends
Take him,
on.
take him, take him.
Yeah, I'm going Jackson. I'm going Jackson. It just depends on what my needs are. Like he's a player that has to fall to me at the right spot. Um, but at the same time, like I like him as a RB3. Like Derek's team right now, he's got Javonte Williams, Brees Hall, and then Patterson. Like I like that situation a lot because I believe in Javonte Williams this season. Brees Hall is like a little bit of a gamble, a little bit of an upside pick, and then Patterson comes back around. I think to add some stability. I think that it's natural to look at Patterson and say that next season there's going to be regression. Like he had a really freakish year that I don't think he's going to repeat, but I do think he's going to be a big part of that offense. And I only like him if, like we said all season, if he went back to the Falcons. But I don't think it's going to be like last year. I think it'll be a hair under what he did last year, and I still think he'll be very fantasy relevant. But I like him more as like an RB3 or a flex type player for your team. So that's where I'm
What
at
do
with
you what do you think about Marcus Mariota? Dead ass.
No. I'm good. I listen.
Okay.
I'm happy
How all
for.
right. Let me just no. Let me just
Okay,
ask you this.
that's
How
fine.
often are we gonna be saying stream this man next year?
Probably not a lot.
What?
Yeah.
Just be realistic, bro. Running quarterbacks, how much value they give you. And this guy
No,
is a
not there.
professional runner. Oh my gosh. I gotta
Uh,
say it's over 4 weeks that we do that.
okay. I mean that's fair.
I'm
Like
telling you.
against like bad defenses. I wish we had the schedule for next year, but dude, he hasn't thrown for over 2,500 yards. I mean, I guess he's been a backup, but um, no, I don't think I'm quite there. I don't think I'm quite there. And I don't even know if I call him a run first.
Dude, he's winning the MVP next year.
Okay, no, I mean, listen, this is what we're here for: is to have these conversations and to think outside the box. And someone's got to feed Kyle Pitts and Drake London and get Patterson into the red zone. So um, I think that the Falcons are trying to transition and get a high draft pick and get a solid QB in the next 2 seasons. But uh, yeah, I'm not quite there. It's a fair argument in terms of speculation, but uh, it had to be against really bad football teams defensively,
Shit.
I think. Ooh, Damian Harris. Oh, yeah, you are hurting at the running back position. Do you feel okay with
I
Damian
got
Harris on
Derrick
the team?
Henry, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, team's not bad, but running back's
Damian
good.
Harris and Derrick Henry. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, what they score like 40 touchdowns combined last season. So, but yeah, that the and there goes Garrett Wilson, the Jets off the board here at the end of the 6th round. But yeah, when we look at the Patriots now, it is just I think we might be really back. I mean, last season we got fortunate and got like a 60-40 split out of Stevenson and Harris. And I think we're going to be back to just a never ending carousel of running backs out of the Patriots backfield, unfortunately. All right, let's see. Ronald is not high on Marcus Mariota at all. Jerry, I missed the John versus Steven Madden games. Those were fun.
We will have to kick that back.
We do need to.
I do actually have my Xbox right next to my monitor.
Yeah, we'll have to. I don't know, man. We'll have to work that in somehow. I mean, Steven hasn't lost to me on a live stream in a long time, so do need to get that back going.
Dude, I'd always kick your ass.
Anthony, I don't have best team, but I have the best receiving team. Yeah, Thomas Hill and Jefferson should be pretty filthy next season. I'm still worried about Michael Thomas. Chat, let us know. Are you drafting Michael Thomas? Does he have to land to you at the right spot? Are you confident in him as a wide receiver one? Like, I would take Thomas, like looking at your team, Anthony, like having Jefferson and Hill, like at that point, I think Thomas is worth the risk. But if you go out and Thomas is your wide receiver one, I would be worried personally. Derek says he would draft Thomas. Ronald said he drafted him before Cordero Patterson. Fair enough. Jerry, my team really fell apart. Shaking my head. Hey, your team's fine, man. You got 3 receivers, tight end, 2 running backs. Still make it through. That's what these drafts are for, man. Get some experience, mess around a little bit. I went out and drafted Lamar Jackson. I don't think I've drafted Lamar Jackson all offseason. Andrea, no, I am not drafting Thomas. Yeah, I'm too worried about. I'll tell you guys a story. I had Michael Thomas I got added to a keeper league where you get 2 keepers. And my 2 keepers were Aaron Jones, who was like a 6th-round pick, and then Michael Thomas, who was a 1st-round pick. And I don't think Michael Thomas played for me that entire year. And then last season, I warned a lot of you guys in the offseason about not drafting him, and he turned out the same. But I do think that this is a year that he could come back and have some solid production as well. So we'll see.
He's a big upside guy, though. He's a big upside guy because you're getting him a massive discount. I mean, I do think it's a little disrespectful where he is going. I get he's a year removed, but this guy was one of the best in the league for like a consistent amount of time. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta take a draft pick.
There's somebody I want to talk about after you pick. I'll just introduce it right now. He just went, Christian Watson.
I love Christian Watson, bro.
I actually think he might cook next year, man, fantasy-wise. This kid might really fucking pop off. We were talking about receiver rankings. I don't know if there's really a higher upside guy than Christian Watson. Maybe Burks offers a little bit more consistency because of the volume. But Watson, dude, he could pop off next year.
I really like Watson. I've got him pretty highly ranked in my personal rookie rankings right now. And like, dude, like we said this like for like the past 2 months, like whoever the Packers draft a receiver, like I want on my fantasy team. And then like they drafted a receiver just because he was in the 1st round. Like a lot of people got down on Christian Watson, but he's like was borderline round 1 talent, you know?
Yeah.
And I do think Lazard will garner most of the targets, and you know,
Lazard.
Historically, Aaron Rodgers doesn't always get along with rookie receivers right away. Dillon and Jones, you know, have production in the receiving game out of the backfield. I don't think Watkins or Cobb or Amari Rodgers are really as much of a threat, but overall, I'm with you, man. Yeah, I like Christian Watson. He's one of the rookie receivers who I really feel good about as well. So I agree with you there, bro.
Tom Brady going.
Yeah, Brady is not going to be someone you can draft in the 10th round anymore. Like, especially as we get closer and closer to the offseason or to the regular
y'all
season.
Were hating on my Tom Brady picking, man. Y'all were hating on my Tom Brady.
I'm good with Brady. Let's see here. Jerry, not too happy with my last 2 picks. You got Judy to Wilson. Could work out for you, I guess. Ronald, typically don't keep your 1st rounder. I think it was my 1st year doing a keeper league ever. And Michael Thomas did not work out for me. Guy Thomas last year too. Shake my head. I think this could be the year. I do think he'll come back healthy for sure.
I
Anthony
just don't think he would have
says
to play for him for the Saints last year or Sean
that could be
Payton.
true. That could be true too. Minnesota stack is dangerous. Thielen and JJ, little wide receiver stack there.
Yeah, that's a scary one because they can both eat on a weekly basis.
Pray, Steven, Tom Brady is mine.
I know, man. I come on, man. Don't be stealing my love. Don't be stealing my treasure bug. Tom Brady's my little secret gem in fantasy, man, because he falls way too far and he's number 3 or 4 or 5, like every year, dude. Like he's a top 5 type of guy, man. He's got talent dripping from his veins.
Pray, don't let Gronk get away from me. You need that stack, bro. Can Gronk just please come out and say that he's playing next season?
I don't know if he's going to, bro.
Can someone please let us know if Gronk is going to play? Get in the live chat. Chat, what do you guys think? Is Gronk playing football next season for the Buccaneers or what? Also, we got 17 people watching, only 12 likes. Hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hop in the live chat. Let us know what is going on. Let us know your favorite fantasy football rookie prospect post NFL draft. Hit that subscribe button. Come join the Catch family as we move into the 8th round of tonight's mock draft. Steven, I felt like you were about to get really excited and say something, and I cut you off there.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. No, I was gonna say it would just be so like Gronk though to skip training camp and then come back.
Oh, sure.
Because he's got to party, bro. He's got to chill. He's on the beaches in Tampa. He's getting lit. He's getting a little couple drinky poos in his system, hitting the cruises, and then he'll come back and score a good 10, 12 touchdowns, and it'll all be a good time when they're playing in the Super Bowl next year. I think Tampa Bay is going to have a good team. I think Gronk's going to be back, but we'll see here. It'll be later than sooner. I can say that probably.
That's fair.
And I'll also say this, speaking of tight ends, Trey McBride going to the Cardinals with Zach Ertz. I think that's a nice little tandem there. And I think that really hurts Zach Ertz because I think Trey McBride's a hell of a good player. A really good ball player.
It's going to be interesting. I think Zach Ertz is a hell of a good player too, but I don't think
Trey McBride is 40 years younger than Zach Ertz. Yeah. I don't know, man. I get what you're saying though. I think Zach Ertz is, he's been around for a long time. Every time you think he's dead, he reemerges. He overlasted Dallas Goedert, I guess, right? He was able to kind of outlast him. But I think Trey McBride coming in there, I don't know. This offense just seems like they're going to be a little bit different than they were last year.
I think they could end up using both tight ends for sure.
They might have to. To because without Christian Kirk and now with DeAndre Hopkins, I get to have Hollywood, but Hollywood isn't like a 1A receiver guy. Like I don't think he's that type of dude. I do think he's going to be really good for fantasy, but you're talking about getting all the attention from defenses. I think that's going to be really tough for him. But him and Kyler did have that chemistry back in college. But outside of that, I just think it's going to be tough for him in those first 7 games without DeAndre.
I don't know, man. I think AJ Green takes some of that pressure away. I think Rondale Moore takes some away, and then Connor gets receptions out of the backfield as well. Then you got McBride and Ertz available as well. Even with Hopkins missing a couple games, I think it's a really, really loaded offense. It is definitely better with Hopkins on the field. But at the end of the day, I still think Ertz will get far more production this year than McBride will. But it'll be interesting to see how McBride will be utilized. I do think he'll have random weeks when we're not expecting it, where out of nowhere, he'll score, a fantasy, a touchdown, have a good fantasy week, and no one will start him. And then the next week, it'll be back to Zach Ertz for 3 or 4 weeks. So, yeah. If AJ Green is upright walking, yeah, it's crazy because I'm not high on AJ Green either, but he still had over 800 receiving yards, a fair amount of receptions, and a couple scores in that offense last season. So, I'm not in disagreement with you, but just looking at the stats on paper, it's part of it too, man. Let's see. Justin, if Gronk says if Edelman goes to Bucks, he will. Yeah, I saw that. Andrea says Gronk is playing. Ronald says I think he starts not on the team and then joins like week 10, so he can be fully healthy. That's a good point too. He might try and make a playoff push with the team. That's a good point too. Prey squatted 215 a day, new PR. Nice, man. Nice. Keep grinding.
Let's get it.
Steven with the running back handcuffs of last week, man.
I'm just, dude. I don't know. I think he's still there. I think he's still part of the system.
You think Penny's the guy?
You know, you got Carson who's paralyzed, and then you got Penny. I think Penny get out.
Yeah, I think Penny will be fine too. It's just a matter of when Penny's healthy, when he's not, when Walker gets reps, when he doesn't. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a headache overall, but we'll see. We'll see. We shall see.
Well, all the guys I drafted are headaches.
Yeah,
Harris, Hunt, Penny. These guys are all headaches.
Yeah, and Henry to some degree too. You have fear. You have fear every week with that man. All right, moving into the 9th round here. Good draft tonight, boys and girls. This has been fun. I love seeing these rookies go. We had Drake London in the 8th round. I think that's pretty damn good value for Drake London. I would definitely take London in the 8th round. All right. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
John, you got a good team here, man. I do think that Jerry's had a really solid draft. Not a huge fan of Lockett, but his team is killing it right now. I love it.
What are we going to do with freaking Tyler Lockett next year, man? I just don't know. I mean, Drew Lock will be throwing the football.
See him next year just blow up and just have a consistent season.
He might.
With Drew
Ronald,
Lock.
Don't make me do my you don't have to worry about Henry's speech again. I've done it so many times. I think if anyone out here has not been worried about Henry, it's been me. I had Henry as like RB2 last season, and a lot of people thought that was crazy. I really, in my gut, had him as RB1, and I just couldn't put him down over CMC. But no, I 1,000% agree with you, Ronald. I 1,000% believe in Henry. But I do know there are a lot of fantasy managers, and Steven being one of them historically, who worries about Derrick Henry. So, yeah. Steven back on the board here.
Yes, I do.
He broke his foot. You don't re-break your foot. It's a good point, actually.
I'm having an interesting draft.
CMC, I don't trust at all. That's fair, too. That's a good point. Looking at the injuries, CMC's re-injury probably much, much higher than Derrick Henry's. Can you hurry up, Steve?
Shit. Dude, I'm going through a little bit of an issue here. Fuck. I'm just going with consistency.
Consistency. If you've got the conviction, baby. If you got the conviction of Aaron Rodgers, you drafted him.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough.
He's got Christian Watson.
I've been with A-Rod like all off season, bro.
That's been your ride or die, bro.
Yeah. He's got my boy Alan Lazard.
Yeah.
He's got my boy Alan Lazard. That's all that matters.
Christian Watson, he's Gucci, bro. Anthony, I know I'm small.
Damn.
I'm 140. Finally able to bench 140, 210 squat, 290 deadlift. Nice. Good numbers. Just
that's pretty, dude. The deadlift's pretty solid.
Max out every single week. That's my advice. Henry is number 2 after JT, says Ronald. I don't have a problem with that ranking at all. I think I probably at the end of the day will still end up putting Henry number 2. I think I'm with you, Ronald. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, what's your bench at now? 135.
Okay. I'm not gonna entertain that today. How much do you weigh, Steve?
135, guys. 135, guys. He hasn't hit the 140 yet.
Do you remember the little combine video we did? Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was pretty sick. Definitely go out and watch that shit if you guys haven't watched that yet.
Jerry is asking how much you weigh, Steven.
Well, it's been increasing by the day, brother. I am actually probably around 160 right now, 164.
Justin said,
I'm a deceptive, fat.
I just saw that the other day. That kind of, I feel like that video is like just kind of like out of nowhere get like a ton of views, and a lot of people are gonna like unfollow, like block our channel.
Dude, maybe one day we'll be on like Ellen DeGeneres, man, and then we'll make it big, dude.
That video was that was a great off-season video for sure.
What if we like the catch made it to Ellen? Well, I don't know why Ellen's stuck in my head as like a
I don't know
talk show
either, man.
person, but that would be sick.
Uh, wait, how much are we still talking about Steven's weight? You're 150 soaking wet, tiny man.
It's not good weight, guys. This is like why I'm upset is because it's like every day I keep eating, expecting that the weight's gonna kind of level out or plateau, and it just keeps increasing. But I like to tell people I'm deceptively fat. Like I can kind of hide it like a cloak and dagger, and then I take my shirt off, and it's like, whoa, uh-oh, get away from this guy. You know what I mean? Like some problems start to happen, problems start to brew up.
Justin says Steven's long underwear. Yeah,
No comment.
Steven in like a middle of a park at the middle of the day, like in just tights. Keep your throwing arm ready, John. It's always ready. It's always ready. That's that part of the video where I started.
Dude, there was like a little kids, and I just felt like I was gonna get a charge there.
Steven reminds me of a small dog, like the ones you see being carried around in a purse.
Gosh. Yeah, that was pretty nasty, man. That was hilarious, though.
It's turning into one of these streams. Oh yeah, what stream did we have this week where everyone said they were going to make fun of Steven? I've sent Steven a picture of that.
Dude, I actually could fit in one of those.
We should just have like the catch roast night where you guys just roast us. But we'll save that for another night. All right, we're done with the 9th round. Singletary Spiller goes. So
I'd be down with that.
Yeah. We got Spiller and Olave, so 2 rookies taken in the 9th round. I took 2 QBs this draft. I feel cool about that. I never do that. I had Jay Taylor, my number 1 running back, on my board last season, going into my draft last season. I took him first.
You like your scramblers.
Oh, I do like my scramblers. Yeah. Took him first round, 10th pick overall. I mean, yeah, that's you won that one, Sarah, for sure. Ooh, oh, Steven, let me ask you a question. Can you hear me, Steven? Are you there? Is your Florida connection okay, Steven? Can you hear me?
Oh,
are you alive?
My internet's acting up, John, so I don't know if I can hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now, Steven?
Repeat that back, brother. My internet is slower than a molasses on a gravy train filled in Highway Express.
Can you hear me now? I don't think Steven can hear me, guys. I got to find a tight end to draft. Are you okay, Steven?
Oh, I'm back in the building. I don't know what's going on.
Can you hear me?
I'm here, brother. I'm here. I don't know what's going on with this internet, man. But
I've asked you
fight this internet with fists of glory. I would.
I've asked you like 20 times in the past 2 minutes if you can hear me.
Can you hear me now?
I was just going to ask you, like, I really like George Pickens. I was just wondering how you felt about George Pickens.
Yo. Tell me you saw the Instagram thing of him. That was so lit, yo. That was so hype. He looked so unathletic. Like he looked like he had a beer belly, dude. That was not a good look for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting Mr. Small Hands and Mr. Beer Belly. But no, I definitely think he's going to be good for them. I think he kind of fits that Juju Smith-Schuster role too, real nicely. And I'm kind of off Chase Claypool, to be honest. So
I am too.
I really want Chase to bounce back, though.
Yeah. Well, it just goes to the point. They're so good at drafting receivers they're so good at getting a lot out of receivers early on that I just think Pickens is going to have a good year, man. I really like Pickens right now. I talked about that in last night's stream.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a guy who's going to be around that like 600 to 700 yard mark, get more touchdowns than you would expect, and he'll be able to establish a relationship with whatever quarterback ends up being there. But one thing about that team that I think is going to be pretty sticky is Najee and Deontay. I think those are going to be the guys, and we'll see what kind of rests out there. But man, I'm excited for Pittsburgh next year. I'm excited for them. I think them going out and getting their quarterback, I think that was really cool. I think that was cool to just say, hey, this isn't the best quarterback class, but we're going to go out and get a guy.
Yeah, I like Pickett. I do. Jerry, 1,000 sub roast. Having a 1,000 sub roast and a 1,000K sub Vegas meetup.
That would be pretty funny. Dude, definitely doing a Vegas meetup.
That was for 100,000 subscribers. 100K. Okay, that's on there. Sorry, my bad. That did not make any sense, Steven. How do you get gravy on a highway? Justin, we hear both of you. I thought John was being paid to do Verizon ad. Yeah, that was bad. I knew you guys could hear me. I was just trying to make sure Steven could hear me, and I still.
What if we got like a sponsor out of that, man?
That'd be sick, bro. That'd be sick.
Let's
Justin says, Jerry, you stole Boyd. Yeah,
I mean, I do have Verizon, so it'd be kind of a bad look.
Yeah. All right. I gotta find another tight end. I like Henry, but I don't love him. I'm gonna draft Noah Fant. Okay, it's been a fun draft. We really already towards the end, going into the 11th round.
Definitely got to draft Noah Fant.
I have to. That's my guy. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Chris Carson finally goes. Ronald Jones is off the board.
Here. What tasty surprise am I going to get?
Only rookie in this draft. I think Michael Gallup's a good pick in the 10th round, Stephen.
Thank you. Yeah, I still like him there. I don't know why he does keep slipping this far. I feel like he doesn't deserve to go this late.
I'm just going to let Steven talk for the rest of the draft since we're so out of sync.
Dude, I just heard you now. Yeah, we really are out of sync tonight. I'm going to go find whoever created this internet and give him a what for.
Ronald, it's been over an hour, John. You're not moving fast at all. What do you mean? We started drafting like right at 15.
Love it.
Let's see. Oh, Steven's on the board. Just not enough targets. People don't trust his role.
Oh, yeah.
Are you sprint representative, Ronald? Asked Jerry. I feel like I've had a decent draft.
Should I draft Kadarius Toney?
No. You should not. You should not do that.
So, I have to draft a rookie. I feel like I've got to draft a rookie, and I know exactly who I'm going after. He's going to be a tasty pick. Let's see. I'm going to do him next round, though. I'm going to do him next round. Let's see how much time we got on the clock. 30 seconds till the love is made. All right, let's see here.
Steven, like, whenever he makes selections, is just the most interesting thing.
Oh, shit. This is actually getting a little nerve-wracking now, brother.
It's like the same process every time.
Oh, shit. All right, 14 now. Oh, gosh. All right, still here.
Yep, you still
are. All right. Gosh dang it. Still there. Okay.
I purposely go quiet when Steven's making a draft pick and just let him talk.
I got kind of freaked out there, honestly, dude.
Yeah, it's okay, man. It's okay.
It's the worst draft I've had in a while.
Smokey says Claypool is better than Deontay. Won't be too far from each other at the end of the year, in my opinion. I mean, you are the Steelers expert. Personally, I'll take Deontay all day long before Claypool.
Yeah.
can see the
Yeah,
smoke
I love
coming
him
out
to
of
be out there.
Steven's head when he thinks of the picks. All right. Trey Lance. Oh, it's Mr. Sarcastic's auto pick. Trey Lance is starting to go. He's starting to go really early in a lot of drafts, dude. Like people really believe in his upside.
Dude, I do. I love Trey Lance. John, what are you gonna do here?
Go Dotson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Give me your analysis, brother.
I think he's just gonna have some good opportunities as a wide receiver too within that offense. A little bit of upside, a little bit of a gamble, but I like Dotson right now. Yeah, nothing too crazy there.
No, I did too. He's good. He's a really good ball player.
Sarah coming in saying
cooked at Penn State.
Williams is still out there. Wow, I think he would have been #1 receiver this year or this draft if he was not hurt. I think we probably both agree with that statement. And
yeah, dude.
You know, obviously, at what point is he going to play? He should still be. When we're looking at the rookie class, he's worth drafting towards the end of the draft. It's just how many games is he going to miss? It's a crowded receiver room at the moment. Jared Goff's throwing the football, so I think there's a good amount of hesitations. But he's an absolute monster, and I know Steven is in love with him as well.
I definitely got a boy crush on him, and I'm excited for Detroit, but I'm also a little disappointed for him because I feel like there was a universe where he was like the hottest thing since sliced bread, toasted with butter and jam, and now he's like peanut butter with half-baked bananas. Like he's not going to be exactly what you want in Detroit. You know what I mean? Like he's not going to be. I think him and Amon-Ra St. Brown are going to be good, but it's not going to be something as like a top 10 receiver, which I do think he had that kind of ability. I think he had that Justin Jefferson type of ability. This dude is really raw.
Yeah. And there he goes to Andrew in the 11th round.
Yep. Kadarius Toney. I love it.
Yeah, auto pick.
I love it, dude. I love Kadarius Toney. If the catch can interview anyone, I want it to be Kadarius Toney.
He's still on the Giants? Yeah, he hasn't been moved. Seemingly staying in New York.
Wow, that was very big.
That's all we need to know. Yeah, I've never been high on Toney, even when he was playing well last season. Like we debated this a lot last year, and I told you guys stay away, beware. That's like one of the only things I got right last season. And dang you, Derek, I wanted Sky Moore really badly. I thought I could get Dotson and
That's who I was going after too. I wanted Sky.
I knew it was. I thought I could land Dotson and Sky Moore. Personally, I like Sky Moore, no pun intended, more than Dotson. I just thought I had a chance to land both of them if I went more than Dotson, but it's a good pick, Derek. And Tim Patrick's a great pick in the 12th round as well. All right. So that really does it for rookie receivers. I mean, David Bell, maybe Robinson or Mechie. Oh, we need to talk about Alec Pierce, bro. Can you please break this down for me, Steve? Please. I guess not.
Yeah, hopefully the connection's good for while I break down Alec Pierce. So Alec Pierce, I was a little disappointed we went after him rather than Sky Moore. Thought we could have had a guy like Sky who was going to be a bigger time contributor, but Alec Pierce he was consistent for Cincinnati. He was kind of a deep threat. He's a big body frame, which kind of pairs up well with Michael Pittman. And I do think he's going to be productive, but it just was an odd pick to me. I really liked Sky Moore a lot. I wasn't like super thrilled, but I also wasn't upset about it. I thought it was interesting that we traded back the way we did. But really didn't surprise me with the way Indianapolis goes out and drafts. So I will say this too. We got that Jelani Woods kid from UVA. We went out and grabbed a couple tight ends in that draft. Actually, got the kid from Youngstown State or whatever.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be a team that really focuses on running the ball, which isn't a surprise. But then we're going to also hit the tight ends, which we've done in the past. We're going to stick to our game, which is not going to allow for two tight ends. I mean, two receivers anyway, in my opinion. I think it's Michael Pittman's show.
Pittman. Oh, I don't know who to draft. I'm going to draft wrong.
I will say I was happy with Bernard Raymond, though, the offensive tackle we drafted. I think he was a badass, bro. The guy's like 6'8" and massive. He's going to be solid for us. I like that Gronk pick.
Thanks, bro.
I like that Gronk pick.
I think Pierce has a chance within that offense.
He does too. I'm curious just to see how Matt Ryan maybe opens up the offense. Like, I want to know how much they were trying to limit it last year, because I feel like they didn't fully expand it. And that didn't really allow for more than one receiver to be relevant, but we also didn't have more than one receiver. Sure. I don't know. It's tough. I don't really see Alec Pierce being one of the top 5 receiver rookies wise next year. But there's definitely a world where he makes some splash plays and down the road he ends up being a productive receiver for us. I certainly hope so. When we do draft receivers, they end up typically having a good career for us.
Yeah. I could see him ending up being like a really nice like slot type player.
Yeah. Yeah. He's pretty big.
The top 15 and there goes Alec Pierce to Calvion, who's he's a Colts fan just like you. And
big horseshoe.
Brought up Alec Pierce in last night's stream going over top 15 rookies, and I ended up putting him at number 15 overall in last night's draft as well. So
I don't mind it. I definitely don't mind it.
Dude, running backs are just
dead.
They're dead. You can't even draft one. Well, they added a rookie, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Dameon Pierce, who I actually think is going to have a shot to become the starter, or at least
Dameon Pierce is a beast, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna have a shot within that offense, in my opinion. So I've got him in my top 15 rookies right now.
Oh you should. He's a beast.
Where are you going in this selection? You've got a pretty filled out roster.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. There's definitely a lot of pieces. Didn't the Raiders draft a running back that's like, I'm forgetting what his name was, but I'm pretty sure he's like a pass catching back, which is really going to hurt Josh Jacobs.
It's Zamir White out of Georgia.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I'm not sure if he's a pass catcher or not. I'm thinking about the guy that went to Tampa.
Raquan White out of ASU.
Yeah. Yeah, but wait, what the hell? I got auto picked? Oh my gosh, dude. This internet, bro. I'm so pissed off about that.
Who are you going to pick?
Oh my gosh. I'm so pissed off.
Who are you going to pick?
I didn't know, honestly, but it's okay.
You got Justin Fields.
Huh?
You got Justin Fields.
Yeah, I just thought I had more time on the clock. Yeah, no, Justin Fields, piece of shit.
Sarah Cooper told Dak last season after playoff loss he was white version of Kirk Cousins. I think that's one reason they traded him away. I heard that is not true. I heard that was that's a fake story.
What?
Yeah, that's not a real not a real story. Yeah, that was fake. But I don't think that had anything to do with the trade, in my opinion. Everything I've seen is that was debunked. Let's see. Wow. Okay, everyone coming after Steven. We're okay, finishing up the 12th round here. So another rookie receiver making a lot of buzz is Justin Ross, now on the Chiefs as an undrafted free agent, who had that really weird foot issue and everything, missed a season, but before that was a big prospect. So be interesting to see how that plays out as well. And there goes Pierce to Jay Speezy as well.
His production was a little interesting at Clemson, Justin Ross, but he has a big body frame, and if he can get back from that injury, I do think could be good.
And I mean, he's on a team that's probably going to give him some opportunities as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That Sky Moore though, he's gonna have a hell of a season.
Sky Moore. I mean, I put him in the top 5
Yeah,
last night. Like I really, especially where you can go out and draft him as well. Right now, I think as we get closer to the season, you won't be able to do so. But right now, I've got him really high value. I just poured water on myself.
dude, I've been pouring stuff on myself like literally this entire week. Like I was eating tortellini the other day, tortellini, the pasta, and got at least 3 of the tortellinis on myself, just covered in red sauce.
Yeah, it's very different from water, and
yeah, but same deal, brother. I get it. I get it.
Do you?
Trey McBride still not taken.
He's not going to go in a lot of redraft formats except in deeper leagues.
I don't think he will. It's sad though because I do like him a lot.
I do too, and he'll get his opportunities. He's still at least in the spot with a veteran,
Bro, you should draft Zach Wilson, man. Get him off the board.
If I didn't have 2 QBs, I'd probably consider it.
I like Zach. I'd rather have Zach Wilson than Justin Fields. I'll say that.
Yeah. I would too. I'm not very high on Justin Fields.
Unfortunately, I do think Justin Fields is a good quarterback.
Dude, after the Bills draft, I feel they're a defense that I want to draft in fantasy.
Yeah, man. Kyrie Elam's a really good corner.
And I mean, they're still number 4 in fantasy last season. So, and I don't know. I'm trying to start to do more mock drafts where I actually draft a kicker and defense, and just fill out a roster. Because realistically, there's a chance that I go out and get an extra skill player, but there's a pretty solid chance that I go out and just draft a kicker and defense as well.
I don't think I'm going to draft the kicker. I think I love kickers, but I think my game plan is I'm going to draft a defense in the last round and just draft an extra skill guy and just go after the defense that's playing the worst team, which next year I got to see I'm targeting probably the Falcons, whoever the Falcons are playing week 1, with my boy Marcus Mariota.
Seahawks,
I'm going after
Falcons, Giants, probably the top of the list.
Giants, bro, they had a good draft though, man. They had a good draft, and they got Brian Dable. They got a really good rapper, Kadarius Toney. He doesn't actually play for them. Don't be confused, but they got pieces. I just think Brian Dable's just got to bring a calming presence to this team and let Daniel Jones just not screw it up. Just not screw it up.
All right, one more pick. Matt Ryan goes in the 14th round. I like that pick.
That's a really good pick.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll rate your guys' start rating teams after this round. So let us know in the chat if you want your team rated. Smokey taking time with the final selection. I got to look at kickers.
I'm kind of scared to have my team rated.
Rookie only. I'm not rating your team.
Rookie kicker at LSU.
There's one kicker. There's 2 kickers I want here. Carlson or Nick Folk?
Matt Gay? Oh, he already went.
Yeah, he went. Yeah, Matt Gay is probably the number 1 kicker I'd take. I'd probably Tucker then.
Yeah. I'm taking Gay before Tucker.
That's fine. Yeah, Matt Gay had a monster season. I mean, Carlson was kicker number 1. Matt Gay was number 5.
Yeah, pretty crazily.
Who was number 2? Was it Nick Folk? Yeah.
That was it. Yeah, I think so, yeah. And Evan McPherson was what, number 4?
Yeah. He may have been 3.
Money Mac.
Money Mac. Did he already get picked?
It's so weird how they do the kicker ratings,
He got picked. I'll go Nick Folk for the sake of this draft. Nick Folk.
Nice. I was gonna do a Patriot stack.
Too late. But you can get Carlson. All right,
This is
Senior
interesting.
Cinnabon. Let's see here. We got James Conner, DeAndre Swift, James Robinson, Melvin Gordon, and Hendo. I like some really good value at the running back position throughout this draft. QB, you got Kyler Murray, then kind of a nice veteran presence in the 14th round, and Matt Ryan, which I'm fine with, especially if Murray misses any time. Receivers, we got Pittman, Hollywood Brown, Moore, and Pickens. Tight end, you got Dalton Schultz. A good team, man. Yeah, I don't really have any problem with this team at all. I mean, running back, maybe some injury concern, some veteran-esque 50-50 splits in there. Receiver, really hope that Pickens steps up as well, especially if Brown has any issues. I think Pittman will be fine. The Jets got a little bit more crowded, but receiver room still looks fine. It's a solid team, man. I don't have any problem with this team at all. Derek, how we looking? Let's see. Who? We got Jamar Chase and Treylon Burks. We got a lot of rookies on this team. I like that. Rashad Bateman, Alan Lazard, Sky Moore, and Tim Patrick. I think good value rounds 9 through 12 at the receiver position. Obviously, Chase can be your wide receiver one, but you really got to hope that someone breaks through, whether it's Sky Moore, Treylon Burks, or Bateman, and then Lazard and Patrick kind of the lower tier there, but still a good wide receiver room. Looking at running backs, Javonte Williams, Brees Hall, Patterson, and Carter. I think it's a good strategy to go out and get Hall and Carter, so you're reaping all the benefits
That's good.
Yeah, for sure, of that team at the position. So I don't mind this running back room. Burrow, I love as a QB1. Goddard, I'm completely fine with as a tight end one, even with A.J. Brown on that team. Chargers defense and Matt Gay is a solid way to finish out the draft as well. Jerry, let's see here. Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, T. Lockett, Tyler Boyd, Shark. I'm not in love with this receiving core. I do think Judy could step up, but I'm a little bit higher on Cortland Sutton, but I don't dislike Judy. Robinson, we're going to see what happens. You just have some question marks here. Tyler Boyd's good value in the 10th. I think Chark's fine value in the 11th as well. Four tight ends?
Yeah, four tight ends.
Wait, yeah, four tight ends. Crazy. I mean, you really look, dude. If you draft Travis Kelce, you can draft one more tight end.
No, none.
I mean, if he gets hurt, like he didn't miss time right last season, like one game maybe. But at the end of the day, just as security because the position's so incredibly thin. Like you can still go out and get a Zach Ertz in the 9th round. That's fine, but you don't need 4 tight ends, which you probably know. Obviously, running backs are very thin. Like Jones and Montgomery both have injury history as well. Yeah, we counted wrong. That's 5 tight ends. I was staring at it. I was like,
wait, what?
Yeah,
oh my gosh,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Running backs are thin, injury history, so I'd be concerned there. Russell Wilson's fine as a QB1, in my opinion. So it is a good team, but yeah, realistically, you're not going to draft 5 tight ends. You might draft 3, but you're not going to draft 5.
Dude, I was gassing his team up, man. I was gassing his team up. His first picks were dirty.
Most of it came at the end. So
his first picks were solid in the beginning.
Well, the team still looks good. I am a little worried about the receiver room overall, like even before the tight end room and everything. So, yeah. Not a bad team. Like I said, realistically, he'd probably go with a different player over Everett than a defensive kicker. So it is a good team. All right, let's see. Smokey has his hand up. Let's see. Okay, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, got your handcuff, and Madison, Pollard, Hines, and Robinson. I like the running back room. Got some rookies sprinkled in there. You got some handcuff situations. Tony Pollard sprinkled in there, so I like that. Tight end, the biggest concern on this team, just with Albert O, especially with, I don't know if we can go out and draft him with the addition. I can't remember the name of the rookie they went out and got, but he is a pass-catching type rookie. So I'm a little worried about Albert O, although I do think he'll be involved in the offense. I just don't know how consistent he's going to perform from a fantasy standpoint. So tight end, my biggest concern on this team. Receivers, you got Evans, Cooper, Williams, Juju, and Claypool. Completely fine with that receiver room. Evans, your wide receiver one. You've got some upside type guys like a Juju, Williams, and Claypool, and Cooper will probably be able to step up and be a wide receiver one. So I'm fine with that receiver room, and Justin Herbert, obviously, in contention to be QB1 next year as well. So it's a good team. Just obviously tight end. I'm sure you're not very happy about coming out of this draft with one tight end, unless you really have the conviction in Albert. Then that's fine, man. So yeah, all good teams tonight, guys. Per usual.
Yeah, those are solid.
Yeah.
It was a good draft.
Kelvin, the more I draft here, the more I realize how much talent is at wide receiver. I think I'm going to take 2 running backs and tight end before I go receiver. Yeah. For me, it depends. Like I've got a certain tier, and if one of those guys falls to me in the second round, I'm fine with taking them. But for me, I've just found that it's RB in the first round, essentially no matter what, and then more than likely RB in the second round. So, yeah. I think most of us are starting to find here in the offseason that's the way that we got to go. It's just too thin at running back, very, very deep at receiver.
John, all right, boys and girls. A lot.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah, I like your squad a lot. I'm trying to look into kind of get this senior Cinnabon's question about the favorite team. Trying to see who I really think like absolutely killed it.
We'll let Steven take that question tonight.
Yeah, let me look at this real quick. I mean, I think everybody had a really solid team. I mean, mine was pretty dog shit. Mine was a little disappointing at times. Jerry's I thought was good in the beginning. John, I think your team is really good.
Thanks.
Few questionable picks, but where they were, like I don't mind them. Like the Hunter Henry one and Gronk pick. I think we just differ on Hunter Henry. He was really good, though. He was really good. You don't need to show me the stats. He was a stud.
No. I took a chance in the 7th round. I was going to go tight end and get Goddard or Knox. And I took a chance, took another receiver. Thought I could get one of the two in the 8th round. And Prey went out and screwed me, even though he had Darren Waller and took my tight end. Shout out to you, Prey. And I missed Knox. And I took another step back thinking I could get Gesicki like closer to the 10th, and then he went in the 10th to Anthony before I could pick him. So you guys were taking my tight ends all night long, and I ended up with Henry. And for me, it was Gronk or Noah Fant in the 12th round, and I chose Gronk. So
John, I think ultimately though, man, I think you probably got the best team this draft. Either you or Jace Beasley had a good draft too. I really did. I mean, I don't like going quarterback early, but I think he ended up finishing with a really good squad. And you get Pierce at the end of the draft, and I think he's going to be a starting running back by like week 3 to pair up with Kenneth Walker, who's a starting running back, and Jonathan Taylor, who's a starting running back. I mean, there's a lot of starting running backs. And then you got the receiver is very weak, as you alluded to, but you can kind of find it throughout the season. So I don't know. It's kind of tough. This was a very, I feel like, even draft through all the teams.
I do feel like everyone drafted very well tonight, and it was very even peel overall. And we got a good feel of rookie receivers, rookie running backs, really throughout the whole draft, which is what I was really excited to see as well.
Yeah.
Post NFL draft and everything. So, yeah, it was another great stream, another great mock draft with you guys. Of course, appreciate you guys getting this put together like you guys do every single week. And yeah, just an absolute blast. And appreciate you guys, man. Love this community. Love the channel. Looking forward to doing it again next week. Let me know in the chat real quick. Would you guys be interested in doing a rookie mock draft? It'd only be like 4 or 5 rounds. But I was kind of interested in putting that together for either tomorrow night or Friday night. Maybe Friday night to give people more time to hop in. But I was kind of interested in doing that. I could set that up on Sleeper as well. Probably be 4 or 5 rounds, like I said. One QB. QB's going to drive very, very quickly. Running back, receiver, tight end, and maybe a flex in there too. But yeah, that was something I was interested in doing this week as well. Justin and Prey said they'd be down. Yeah, I'll put that together. I'll get it posted up on Discord, and we can do that. Let's do it Friday night. How's that sound? Andrea's down. Okay, sounds good. All right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap things up for the night. And yeah, another great stream. Another great, beautiful 2022 fantasy football mock draft with the Catch family. appreciate you guys. So, Steven, got anything to say before we sign off tonight?
No, yeah, just glad to be back up in here. Glad to be with y'all tonight. Miss y'all, and it's been fun, man. And I'm sorry for the internet. The internet's been struggling today, but it was kind of funny too because I was trying to read John's like facial reactions to see what he might be saying. It was really tough, man. If I didn't know John, I probably would have been way worse. But it was pretty funny. So, but yeah, it was fun. Jerry, thank you for the best wishes. Good to chat with you, Jerry. I literally think about Jerry throughout the week, so like all the time. So it's always good to. No, no, it's all good. It's all good. But no, it's fun to be back in the building, and it was fun getting the draft tonight.
100%. All right, everyone, hit that like button on the way out if you guys didn't do so already. Of course, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Join the Catch fam. Discord link in the description down below. Completely free to join. Emil, John, don't forget to post drafts on community section, please. Don't really know how to use Discord. Okay, I will do that this coming week and next week as well. No problemo. Justin, no worries. You guys held it down like always. Yeah, we got it together. A little bit of lag tonight, but it was at least entertaining, right? So, all right. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Everyone, be safe, have fun, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow night at some point, so we'll give you guys a heads up on Discord. And yeah, that'll do it for the night. So, got nothing else to say, but thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, yes, Sod here on the Catch. And peace.